We have started a brand new year. We are in the month of February 2010, and it's going to be the best year of our lives. I believe that you and I have the best opportunity to enjoy the presence of God, to enter into the fullness of everything He's planned, He's purposed, and He's destined for our lives. And so I believe the year 2010 is going to be our best year. I believe it's a year where we can seize the opportunities, where we can seize the things that God has laid before us to show and to bring a demonstration of God's power, a demonstration of God's miracles, a demonstration of God's love and compassion to a harvest and a people that are waiting to see God. And so we are going to enter into that place that God has called us to this year. We're going to enter into the place that God has appointed unto us. On Sunday, February 21st, is Vision Sunday here at Glorious Light Church. And on that particular Sunday, we will come together under the vision that God has called Glorious Light to. I believe God gives every church a vision. I believe that is a vision that He calls us to and that He calls people to. And so we come together in this place for that vision and to see it come to pass. And so we will lay it out on Sunday, February the 21st, what our vision is, what God has called us to do. And then we also will bring together our personal visions and the personal visions that God has in our hearts for this year. God gives us vision too for our personal lives, for the destiny that He has on our lives and on our families. And so we're going to bring together those visions that God has given to us. We're going to come together and bring our corporate faith together and release our faith to believe God to bring everything to pass that He gives to us and speaks to our hearts. So come be a part of that Sunday. And so we're expecting great things to happen that day. We're expecting our eyes to be open and to see where we're going and to have the insight and the eyesight that God gives us for our course this year in 2010. Also this month on February the 22nd, Monday night, we will come together at Victory Christian Center for the night to honor Israel. It's a time where all Christians in the city of Tulsa and all Jewish people can come together with like minds and like hearts to show our love, to show our support to the people of Israel. They're God's appointed people. They're God's special people. And so we want to give them our support. We want to give them our love and let them know that we're with them in this time when their enemies are surrounding them on every border, that we are standing together with them and supporting them, praying for them and giving to them so that they overcome their enemies and God's plan for the nation of Israel stands. And so that's an important night for our city, February the 22nd at Victory Christian Center at 7 o'clock. Come be a part of that. And also this month here at Glorious Light Church, we're doing 2 exciting new series where on Sunday mornings we're talking about standing your ground. And we're learning how to stand our ground. In Ephesians the 6th chapter, God tells us, stand your ground and hold your place. And so we're learning how to do that. It is surely an important time that we learn how, because that's what we must do in this day. We must stand our ground and possess all the inheritance and everything that God has promised to us individually in our lives and as the church of the Lord Jesus Christ, His body. And then on Wednesday nights at 7 o'clock, we have a series that we've been doing, and it is called Renewing Your Minds. Nothing more important than renewing your minds. God tells us in His Word to cast down imaginations and everything that exalts itself against the knowledge of God. So we're learning how to do that. We're learning practically how to do that and how to think according to the mind of Christ that we've been given, how to think the thoughts of God, and how to cast down wrong thoughts and why it's important to cast them down and how we can do that. And so that's been a wonderful series that we've been doing. It's helping us. It's helping us get stronger. It's helping us stay connected to our faith, staying connected to what God has spoken and what God has promised to us. And we're taking ground. And so come be a part of that series on Wednesday night at 7 o'clock, renewing our minds. We really have an open heaven over us. God has given us revelation, and the revelation that He's giving to us is stirring up and awakening a new passion, a new love in our hearts for God. And so I believe the revelation is bringing a manifestation of God in greater degrees in our lives, in greater degrees in our families, in greater degrees in us as a people of God. Come be under an open heaven, because God is surely imparting revelation that is bringing about a manifestation, and I believe is bringing to us a visitation of God among us. And so at Glorious Light, we believe that His presence changes everything. Come get in the presence of God, you'll be changed. Come get in the presence of God, you'll hear from God. Come get in the presence of God, you'll know the ways of God like we've never known before. We're the last days church, and so it's important that we hear from heaven. It's important that we learn how to cooperate with the presence of God in our lives, with the presence of God when we come together and meet as the church. We want people to experience God here, not just hear about God, but we want people to experience God, experience His presence, experience the reality of who He is in our lives and who He has made us to be in our lives. Come and be a part of what God is doing here. We believe you'll be changed. We believe you'll never be the same again. We believe you'll receive what you are believing God to do for you. And so be a part of what God is doing here at Glorious Light Church. We welcome you. We welcome you to come. If you don't have a church home, we believe God has a church home for everybody. Come see if this is where God has called you. This is where God has placed you. And those of you that are here, we're just rooting ourselves more in the love of God. We're just getting ourselves more rooted in our place in God and more rooted in the call that God has given to us at Glorious Light Church. You'll be blessed, you'll be changed, and you'll know that God is for you and not against you. You'll know how He has given the victory to us, and we'll possess that victory, and by that victory that we have, we'll take ground and we'll go forward for the year 2010. It's the best year of your whole life.